Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Now that my two obligatory informative videos are done for the day, it's time to talk about current events in the online fitness community. So let me put on my +5 hat of weaponsmithing, work on skilling up my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about this because we've had all these events happen and Callie, the Booty Warrior Muscle, has made his own statement, his own health concerns, that he's concerned and he's praying for the fitness community after this news about CT Fletcher and now about Rich Piana being in the hospital. And he worries about his own health and things like that. And I'm going to get into some of the moronic things he said there. But the best part of it was he said, when I was a young man, I had a vision from God. God sent me down a vision from heaven about having a good body. So when you were a young man, was this when you were a gangbanger and admittedly robbing people with a pistol? Because I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, Callie, if you actually had a vision from God and you're not just schizophrenic, if God had come down, if Jesus had come down and given you a divine message and information for your life, I'm pretty sure on the top of that list he would have been like, now Callie, I would really appreciate it if you would stop robbing people at gunpoint. That is not a very holy or good thing to do. I really don't want you to rob people. All right, I don't want you to rob people anymore. I don't want you to be the head of a drug gang or a street gang anymore, either a gang in prison. I would really rather you didn't do that. I'm pretty sure that would have been higher on the list of priorities if God had given you a vision from heaven on what he wanted you to do with your life. I'm pretty sure that would have been higher on the list of priorities than having a nice body and having a muscular body. Furthermore, I'm pretty sure, since you said you were a young man and we know you were a little bit older of a man when you did all that gay porn under the name Chuck Basher, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say God probably would have told you, now, Callie, I don't want you to be Chuck Basher. I would kind of prefer if you didn't do gay porn. I kind of prefer if you didn't take it in the booty hole for money. I would appreciate it if you just kind of did that. I'm pretty sure those would have been higher on the list of priorities than teaching you how to get bigger biceps. I think that's pretty fair, right? So that was pretty funny that he said he had this vision from God. And and here's the thing, and he's talking about, he worries about health and he talks about all this stuff, and he didn't take his bodybuilding up to the next level because he knew it would have damaged his health, but he has an unhealthy lifestyle. This is a guy who promotes people eat top ramen and tuna. All right, do you know people actually die from eating tuna today? There's too much mercury in it. You're not supposed to eat more than like 2 cans of tuna a week, or you risk mercury poisoning, and there are documented cases. In fact, a famous actor, go research it yourself, I'm not going to say who, he was in Lost, got mercury poisoning from eating too much tuna while getting ready for a TV show. Okay? Got mercury poisoning, documented by the doctors. Mercury poisoning from eating too much tuna. Top ramen is full of trans fats and shit. So you're telling me that a guy who's worried about people's health promotes eating top ramen and tuna all day. Also, a guy who fries tuna in oil on camera is concerned about health and fitness. If this is really what you're trying to promote? Are you serious? This part of the vision that God gave you about fitness and health was to eat top ramen and tuna? Now, I agree with the part about not eating supplements. People can get big and strong and muscular just by training heavy, training a lot, and eating plenty of food. Yeah, that's true. He got that part right. That's not necessarily going to make you healthier. And the other things that he said was that, talking about longevity, you shouldn't be squatting ass to grass and destroying your knees and destroying your back deadlifting. In other words, people who actually know how to train shouldn't be training correctly. You are aware that deep squats, ass to grass squats actually make your knee joints stronger. They can improve knee longevity. It's the wraps and all that crap that hurt people's knees. That's usually the biggest factor. Maybe excessive training volume. Excessive training volume. You promote real high volume training, Callie. That can destroy knees. Squatting relatively heavy ass to grass doesn't damage your knees if you build it up correctly and you train correctly. In fact, it can add longevity to your knee joints. You're training the muscle in the joint through its normal healthy range of motion. Heavy deadlifts destroying your back, really? That's been shown to not be true with the evidence too. And you know what? Who's the most famous fitness person, the most famous fitness guru of all time? Jack LaLanne, the grandfather of fitness, the first guy who had a fitness television show. The man who swam the English Channel to celebrate his 92nd birthday. Callie, you're not going to be here anywhere close to your 90s. Let's just be realistic. This man swam the English Channel for his 92nd birthday. Do you know what one exercise he attributed to his longevity? The deadlift. He said that he felt staying strong on the deadlift through his 60s, 70s, and 80s helped him keep his back strong so that it didn't degenerate as he got older. Now, I'm not saying lift heavy and use shitty form. But seriously, you're going to actually call out the stuff that actually helps people. The stuff that actually helps their joints and their bones last longer, if done correctly, is actually what you're going to stand against while talking about all this. Why don't we talk about all the drug abuse? Why don't we talk about the poly-drug abuse? Why don't we talk about all the shitty fat people eating their diet? I mean, we know that the McDonald's diet affected CT. It wasn't the only factor, but he even knows and admits all the McDonald's he ate probably contributed to his heart disease. You're sitting there promoting eating top ramen. You think that's any better? That's just as bad. You promote people who eat shitty food. You're making jokes about, give me more cocaine and Adderall in that video you did the other day when you were acting all crazy and on all these stimulants. You're promoting people take stimulants. Who knows what you put in your happy mud? Promoting people take stimulants. What happened to Rich Piana the other day? What did the police reports now say? It was cocaine. He took too much coke, and because of his body weight and all these other factors, it made him pass out and he hit his head. Callie, you walk around at what, 250, 260? 250, 260, use plenty of gear, plenty of drugs, promoting and joking about party drugs. You're next. You're going to stand here and say, oh, I feel bad, I worry about health, I see these guys doing this. You're next. You do understand that, right? You do all the exact same shit that's killing them. You do the same stuff. You're next. You're getting into that age too, Callie. You've been eating all that garbage food your whole life, all those drugs. Now you're talking about party drugs, walking around at 260. You don't know you're dying in the next 5 to 10 years? You're not aware? Have you not thought this through? You're next. You. I'm calling it now. Watch and see. And you're going to stand here and actually talk about some of the stuff that actually helps people with longevity is the bad thing, and you're not willing to address all the other crap, all the poly-drug abuse, all the terrible food, the top ramen and tuna. That's the shit that's going to kill you. That's the shit that's going to kill the people who listen to you. But that's okay. I'm sure that was part of God's vision when he came down and you're a young man from heaven while you were robbing people at gunpoint and told you, now listen up, Chuck Basher. I want you to eat lots of top ramen and tuna and do gay porn under the name Chuck Basher. I'm sure that's exactly what he told you. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.
A lot of you guys doing stuff to injure yourself, and you be a young man with bad backs, bad knees, arthritis. None of y'all look towards the future. God gave me a vision when I was young to want to look good, stay healthy, athletic. You know, and that's the key, man. But my prayers out to Pop, CT, Fletcher, Rich Piana, anybody else that's going through sicknesses and health issues, you know what I mean? Because it's serious, man. Health is wealth. You know, y'all gotta stay healthy. That's the ultimate goal. Don't take stuff that make your body retain water. And a lot of you guys don't know the ill effects. What's going on now is experimentation. Bodybuilding, and I hate to say this, It's experimentation. Guess what? They experimented with guys to see what drugs do what. So now they about to, did y'all see the article? They about to make military super soldiers because they studied bodybuilders and what if they take this, that time, this time.